Hey guys, it's Tanika and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 drugstore products that just didn't work for me and I'm throwing out. I love trying out drugstore makeup. I think you can get some really great items that are at a really good price, but I have a few here that just weren't up to my standards, so unfortunately, they will be getting passed on. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. I post 2 videos a week and majority of them are related to having fair skin. Alright, if you want to hear what products I am just not thrilled with, then give this video a thumbs up and keep on watching. First up, we have the Rimmel Lasting Finish Breathable Concealer in the shade 001 Light Ivory. Now this is described as a lightweight, medium coverage concealer that is long wearing and breathable. Did anyone actually try this out before they made those claims? First of all, the shade is actually really nice. It's super fair and has a great neutral undertone. When I swatch it, I'm like, damn, that's promising. But once I apply it under the eyes, it just feels so thick, so heavy, and really sticky. I always apply my under eye concealer with my beauty blender, and as I was blending, it's sticky. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's like the beauty blender pulls it back up and as it goes back down, it just wasn't a nice feeling and it didn't blend it well. I do agree that it has a medium coverage, but if you try and put on a second layer or build it up just a tiny bit, it just goes so cakey and it feels so thick and just really heavy under the eyes, especially when you put powder over the top. It's just instant. Oh my god, it just feels so bad. I feel bad bagging it out so much because I really do love Rimmel and a lot of their products, and I feel like they're always coming out with a lot of new releases, but this concealer just didn't work for me, so it will be going. Next, we have the NYX Duo Chromatic Illuminating Powder in the shade Snow Rose. So starting out with some good points, it does feel really nice to touch. It's super soft, not so much creamy, but it doesn't feel chalky like most drugstore highlighters. But then the problem is when you go to swatch it, it just feels kind of thick and chunky, it's not smooth. It just goes, I just don't like the way it goes on. It is a nice shade. It does have a pink shift to it, but I'm just really not into duochromatic highlighters, so I don't even know why I bought this in the first place. Even if it wasn't duochrome, I wouldn't use it because of the formula. As I said, I don't like the way it sits on the skin. It's very heavy and it doesn't blend seamlessly and give you just that nice, fresh, glowy look. Next on the list is the Models Prefer Sunsetter palette. Now, I have tried this one a few times and it's just not for me. If you haven't already seen my original review video, I will link it down below. It was a complete fail and I gave this 3 chances, so I even retested it in another video and applied all the different tips that you guys gave me in the comments and I still didn't like it. So unfortunately, this one is going in the trash. I really love the shades in this palette. I just think they are so beautiful. They are my kind of tones. You get a good mix of mattes, duochromes, and metallic finishes as well. But the mattes, they just don't blend well and they don't layer either. As soon as I tried to add more colors into the mix, it just went patchy and there was no fixing it. And then the metallic finishes and the duochromes, I just find they're not pigmented. Even after wetting my brush, I was not getting the color payoff that I expected. And I don't know if you can see, but some of the shades were kind of sealing over. See that patch in the middle there? So you can't really use the shadow that well because there's a coating on it. You can't get any pigment. And then even with these 2 shades here, you can see that I have literally dug chunks out of them because I could not get any pigmentation. I was digging my brush in there. It was just a complete fail, unfortunately. This palette is only $20 and I did have high hopes thinking it was going to be a really good drugstore palette, but to be honest, just save your money for something that has better quality shadows. As I said, these shades just do not perform well for various reasons, and if you're a beginner, I feel like this could kind of get you down because you might blame the fact that your skills aren't very good, but really, it's the palette. If you want a good drugstore palette with a similar kind of color theme, I recommend the Australis Neutralize, as those shadows are super pigmented, blend well, they layer well, they are just amazing. And I think that one is only $25. Next, I have the Savvy Mineral Loose Powder, and I have the shade Finishing Veil. Now, I'm pretty sure Savvy is like the cheapest brand at Priceline, next to Essence maybe. It's super, super affordable. And I haven't tried much from their range, but I thought I would give this powder a go because it is really, really light. Like, the shade is absolutely amazing for fair skin, but unfortunately the powder just does not perform. When you first apply it and set your makeup, it does look good, but give it an hour and everything just turns patchy. It just does not set the makeup. I have tried this out quite a few times, applied it with a beauty blender, applied it with a brush, and every time it just turns into a fail. So this one is a miss for me. And then lastly, we have the Australis Show Some Cheek Blush in the shade Dreamy. Now, the main reason I am not a fan of this blush is that it is so damn pigmented. Now, you probably think that is a good thing, but for someone as fair as me, it is just way too much at once, and it is so hard to blend out. I prefer a blush that isn't as pigmented because you can just slowly build it up until you get that flush of color that you like. But this one is just too much and it's too hard to work with. It also has a lot of kickback, so the brush picks up so much product, and when you apply it, it's just like, shit, what have I done? It also has a lot of shimmer in it, so if you have any texture or breakouts on your cheeks, it just emphasizes it, and that's not the look I'm going for. Alright, well, they are the 5 drugstore products that I am removing from my collection. I hope you enjoyed watching today, and if you did, then make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If you're interested in any of my makeup details, then I will leave the tutorial down below. Otherwise, I hope you're all having a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!